also known as the Jesuit War Room. Fully expecting to be harassed here though, but we'll see how it goes. We'll let some people get in here. How's everyone doing? In a world where apparently, even though I paid for this, and so did all of us, we're not allowed to have any access to it. What a cool story. So this is where they do the particulars of murdering people in masses and then justifying them as if they're wars. I think this is where they got the false intel that they supposedly had weapons of mass destruction in the Middle East. I think this is also the same place that had all the recordings of $2.1 trillion that was missing. But then apparently a plane that we never saw on photography at all hit the Pentagon right in the area where they had all the records of the missing money. And that way we didn't have to explain where it went, well, because, you know, it all blew up in a fire. So we stole $2.1 trillion. And of course, right before this, your boy came out and said that we had this missing. Love your stream yesterday. I've been looking forward to the stream all day. I have a feeling it's gonna get really entertaining, bro. So stay tuned. Yeah, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the infamous false, let's just say the infamous domestic attack of 9/11, but the day before, we had the representative of this country come out and let us know that $2.1 trillion was missing of taxpayers' money, and they didn't know where it was. And then the following day, there was a domestic attack on American soil where actually the very area of the Pentagon that keeps all the data about the $2.1 trillion that was missing got hit with a plane that we never saw or had any debris of, and it looked just like a missile. And apparently that way they don't have to explain to us where all the money went. For Austin's next act, drum roll, waiting for it. Don't worry, man. We're gonna see how this goes down. So how's it going? This is the Pentagon. It's built just like a Jesuit war room. They're built all over the entire earth. It's literally the exact same blueprint as a Jesuit war room. That's right, a Jesuit war room. This is gonna get really interesting, but some people got to stand strong for our First Amendment or we won't have it anymore. Apparently this is a place that gives the orders for the military to defend and protect our First Amendment, but literally when you get here they tell you can't exercise your First Amendment. So something's not adding up. I must be missing something. I thought that yesterday we celebrated the fact that people sacrificed their lives for our freedoms, including the First Amendment, but apparently the First Amendment doesn't count on public property that we pay for. So I don't adhere to totalitarian government orders, and I was actually told that I have a responsibility to stand up against them. So I'm not gonna blindly follow their rules, you know, because they don't get to make rules without my permission. That's how this works. I'm just saying though, a giant ritual. Yeah guys, just Google Jesuit war rooms and tell me if they look familiar. Then Google a aerial shot of the Pentagon. They're identical. This is a Jesuit war room. That's all it is. And of course, this is the United States Capitol, which means it is the military capital of the New World Order. Probably a coincidence though that $2.1 trillion was missing, and then they acknowledged that the day before 9/11, and then supposedly a plane hit the very area of the Pentagon where all the evidence of the $2.1 trillion was, and it just went missing, and we weren't allowed to question it because, oh man, get emotional. This is the same place that told us that we had intel of weapons of mass destruction, which they admittedly came out and said wasn't true, but it justified a, you know, ideological war against terror because, you know, a war against an ideal will end. Burn Babylon. Yeah, Babylon will burn on its own, brother. So, how's it going, everybody? I'll walk with you guys in a second. They're gonna stop me. But we'll see how it goes. That's right. Actually, the First Amendment is freedom of press. So when I use my taxpayer dollars, which actually I didn't give my consent, it's taxation without representation. They forcibly take it from my paycheck. And it goes to funding places like this that murder millions of people all around the world with false intel. I'm allowed to come document it because I paid for it, and it's called the First Amendment, right? So, oh, this is military property. Well, that's perfect because the military's public and publicly funded, which means I get to come here and document it. There's signs everywhere saying something contradictory to this, but that doesn't mean anything. It says you can't have unauthorized photography. Well, that's convenient because I'm authorized via the First Amendment. A Jesuit war room? Dude, just Google Jesuit war room. The Pentagon has the exact same layout as a Jesuit war room built all around the world. Probably a coincidence. Probably a coincidence. Just like it was a coincidence they came out and acknowledged $2.1 trillion was missing, and then the very next day we had 9/11, where apparently the area of the Pentagon that had all the information about $2.1 trillion got hit, and we don't have to answer for the money we stole from the taxpayers. Yeah, and all these people are getting paid by our tax dollars, so something's not adding up. Yeah, I decided to hold off on the PA system, as you guys can tell. We've already had a whoop whoop moment. So we're gonna see how this goes, you know what I'm saying? Just being patient. I'll start walking with you guys in a second, but that's just pretty much ensuring the end of the stream. So, what's up, Cedar Rabbit? I got my body cam yesterday. Went with the Hero 7 with chest accessory. Nice, bro. I'm on the beach, it's gorgeous, sweet. I lost my uncle to that war. He couldn't live with the fact of what they did over there to do a lie. It's really sad, bro. You RIP, bro. You would love nothing more than that to happen, I guess, huh? As you sit there and do nothing for our freedoms and watch them slowly corrode, and some of us on the front lines trying to represent them. What a freaking clown world. So I'm just waiting for them to come, like, converge on me. It's gonna happen. Has the Pentagon released anything today? No, they didn't. Here it comes, though, by the way. Oh, sorry, bro. I misunderstood your quote, I suppose. Prayers with you. Thank you, man. Frontline, brother. Yeah, of course, man. Whatever, dude. It just is what it is. This has to be done. Apparently no one else is going to do it. They're too busy being scared of air, taking totalitarian orders from the government that we pay for. It's just a coincidence, though. Your comments are always hilarious. You're crushing, homie. Thanks, man. Good job, Austin. Thank you, man. Yeah, dude. I'm not gonna lie. This is one of the few times I've actually kind of been nervous. We'll know our disinformation program is complete when everything the American public believes is false. Indeed, bro. Indeed. This place is super creepy. Of course, they shut it down. You're not allowed to tour it. And if you want to tour it, you got to give them 2 weeks in advance notice as they run your background because you're effectively a slave and a robot. So the truth of the matter is we could all walk up here a million deep and demand that we're allowed in here. Another truth of it is that via the legislation passed by the supposed representatives that we actually put into office, we could be allowed to walk right up there and demand that we get that UFO information because time's up. Right, but we don't actually utilize our freedoms anymore. It's just a clown world. It's a clown world that we live in. Dude, it's just so funny, man. They're all like on their walkie-talkies driving by, bro. Jeez Louise, what a clown world. Hey, I wonder how many years it is before they acknowledge that they took the $2.1 trillion and never answered where it went. And they just scared us with a war after that, so we never had to get answers. Yeah, I wonder if any of these employees have tried to figure out where the $2.1 trillion went. Or they just clock in day to day and not really care that our rights are corroding away. As it says, oh, yeah, you don't have to wear a mask in here if you're genetically modified. Dude, I saw a video today that in gas stations what they're doing is they're replacing the glass doors with monitors that show you everything that's in the aisles, like in each little slot. And on the top, of course, it's advertising for genetic modification, so that we won't even think twice when we go to get our drink out of the refrigerator that you have to like beep beep to open it up. Yeah, that's interesting, huh? It's going down, ladies and gentlemen. If you work for the beast system, I encourage you to reconsider. This is modern Babylon. There are a lot of employees walking by. If y'all are wondering what's going on, can you ask someone why there's a Taco Bell in the center of the Pentagon? What? This sounds ridiculous. Oh man, this is anticlimactic. I guess I'm just gonna have to walk up to him and make him do something. Yeah, that's right. $2.1 trillion was announced to be missing, and then the very next day, apparently 9/11 happened, and the area that all of the documentation and accounting for the money in the Pentagon got hit. So we never had to answer why we got $2.1 trillion stolen from us as taxpayers. This checks out, seems legit. Nothing to worry about here though, because you better fall in line, bro. Are you not scared of the military-industrial complex that murders millions of people innocently with false intel and then admits years later that it was false intel and that they didn't have weapons of mass destruction, but that's after they murdered millions of people, including some of my friends? Oh, no big deal. No big deal. My friends should sacrifice their life for your false intel, as you never come clean about the $2.1 trillion you stole from us. $2.1 trillion. Think about how much money that is. What a joke. None of these employees even care as I drop these bombs as they walk by. They're just robots. They're robots. Dude, are you kidding me, dude? I don't gotta do anything like that to make it entertaining. All I gotta do is just walk around and be free. They're gonna converge. Recently subbed Ian from Cape Town, South Africa. What's up, homie? They'll kill me, I'll not get genetically modified. I feel you, bro. You're the man, Austin. You the man, Alex. How are you not a mod on here, bro? What is going on? Is that the real Alex Stein? Oh, Alex Stein. I just modded probably some random person. Is that actually you? I'll just unmod you if it's not really Alex. That was the first time I heard the word trillion. Yeah, they came out and said that $2.1 trillion. Yes, that is min. All right, if you're really Alex, what did we discuss doing a few months ago but we ended up not doing? What was the format of the show we thought about doing together? This is really Alex. This is my normal account. All right, bro. I'm gonna see if this is true, bro. Alex Stein 99. Answer the question, bro. What kind of format of a show did we think about doing? Fight? No, that was the publicly one. Well, we talked on the phone about doing a show together weekly. What was the format? Oh yeah, you got it right. All right, it's the real Alex. So yeah, dude, I've had a whole bunch of I even got a text from him. Confirmed he's real, not a deep fake. Confirmed. What's up, homie? Go sub to Conspiracy Casserole if you somehow are not already. Yo, what's up, Brian? It's real. Oh, I love you, Austin. Love you too, bro. So apparently the Pentagon had a deadline today. They were supposed to start releasing UFO information. Why are all these people coming off the clock right now? Do you have your report ready? It's deadline. Your report's due. What's up with the UFOs? Your report's due. And while we're at it, can we also get info on the $2.1 trillion that was missing that we never got answers for? What happened to the $2.1 trillion of tax money, payer money? What happened to that? None of these employees want to answer me. It's getting really weird. I don't know what's going on. I could have swore they were supposed to start releasing UFO information so we could all be saved by the aliens today. I really would love some answers on where the $2.1 trillion went that we just apparently were supposed to forget about because of weapons of mass destruction that didn't exist. Do you know how much money that is? These guys just don't care. Anyone here happen to know where the $2.1 trillion went? I guess that wasn't on your list of things to do, but I'm real curious where the $2.1 trillion went. Yeah, you know the $2.1 trillion they announced the day before 9/11? What a coincidence. Guys, imagine thinking that checks out. The day before 9/11, they came out and acknowledged that $2.1 trillion was missing, and the very next day, the greatest domestic attack on American soil happened, hit the Pentagon, and erased all the information and documentation of the money that was missing. What a coincidence. You got to go to the Solomon's Freemason Hall in DC? Oh, will do, bro. I hope it's open. Almost everything's closed because apparently the air is going to kill us. But I'll definitely go check that out. Solomon's Freemason Hall in DC. I'll do that. Maybe I'll do a stream later. This is really anticlimactic. Yeah, I mean, we walked up there earlier. We got turned away pretty quickly. What's your take on the supposed former flat earthers who go back to the globe, battered wife level of cognitus, or agents confirmed? Either gamma males who they just thought if they did that, they'd get some notoriety. Maybe someone offered them some money. You can get some money without even someone coming to you in a black suit giving you money. Honestly, I just think that they're losers. That's my answer. But they're obviously not legitimate. They're definitely not legitimate. You don't find out that the heliocentric model was founded upon nothing but pseudoscience and then be like, you know what? Let's go back to that. It seems legit. You know, like that's not how it works. You know how we do it? $10 per second for 65,000 years is $2.1 trillion. What an ugly building. Dude, guys, just Google Jesuit war room. This is a Jesuit war room. It's literally the identical layout of a Jesuit war room. They didn't even hide it. The Jesuits still run your country, guys. I don't know if you knew that. Yeah, it's literally the exact same. It's exactly the same. It says no unauthorized photography, so I knew that meant I had permission to go live right in front of the Pentagon because I'm authorized via the First Amendment and freedom of press. I'm just saying, though. Not my country. Yeah, we shouldn't identify with this country. Let's be real, dude. I'm just wondering how long it takes the little pentagram wearers with their maximum 105 IQ to come have a chat with me. Uh-oh. This might be the moment. This is getting intense. Nope. They're scared. They're scared. They know I'm going to flat smack them and they don't have any answer for the necessary antecedent for pressure. That's right. The Earth is not a magic spinning cartoon ball. That defies physics. You can't have pressure adjacent to a near-perfect vacuum of 10 to the negative 17 torr. That violates the second law of thermodynamics. At least they're going to get this work. You know what I'm saying? Sorry about the, like, super close-up, guys. It's getting intense. Nope. Yeah, dude. Nope. It was a false alarm. I'm just wondering if any of the employees know where the $2.1 trillion went. Where did that go? Did we just forget about that? $2.1 trillion? Does anyone know where the $2.1 trillion went? I'm curious. Where did the $2.1 trillion go? No answers. No answers. We'll get there. We'll find someone that's going to answer us, I'm sure, you know, because they really want to adhere to the Constitution. This place got a super eerie vibe. It's probably because it's a Jesuit war room. And the Jesuit oath actually requires you to hold a dagger and, you know, say that you're willing to be literally eviscerated if you ever are to turn your back on the Jesuit Brotherhood. So, that's what it is. Maybe the lady at the front desk knows. Maybe. Actually, this girl's like, you know, I'm not a, you know, yeah, but you, as we asked for a bathroom, I'm like, oh yeah, not for you. I'm like, but we paid for this place. I'm just curious, though, if any of the employees know where $2.1 trillion went. It's been like 20 years. Can we figure that part out yet, or we did just throw that on the back burner? No one knows, I guess. No one knows. Dude, effectively, like 100 employees have walked by, and I've asked that question every time. Pretty interesting, though. Pretty interesting. I am authorized. This is Inner World TV. You should check us out. Inner World TV. I'm thinking about, on my mic, I'm thinking about putting a little wrap on it that says Inner World TV. Austin, what's up, Alicia? In a world where no one knows what the world is, and apparently people forgot how to read the very First Amendment, and they think science supersedes your Constitution. Get a grande meal if you get to the Taco Bell. Dude, you cannot get up in that place, my man. I could walk up documenting it, but I'm not like really just trying to do everything in my power to get arrested by the crazy psychopathic pentagram wearers beneath a 105 IQ. You know, I'm gonna make them come to me. Hey, what's up, Austin? What's up, Lucas? I guess I'll just walk. I'm about to just walk down here and see what happens, just so you guys know. Oh, we got some more employees. They made 2.1 billion masks. Cut trillion, bro. I'm just wondering if any of the employees know where the $2.1 trillion went that came up missing. Does anyone know where the $2.1 trillion came up missing? History lesson. They came out and admitted that $2.1 trillion of taxpayers' money was missing the very day before 9/11. What a coincidence. And then supposedly a plane hit this area of the Pentagon where we couldn't find the money anymore. What a coincidence. And there's no footage of the plane. It looks just like a missile, but no, it was a plane and the money's not missing. Don't worry about it. Weapons of mass destruction. Oh, sorry, that was fake intel. Where did the $2.1 trillion go? Did we not? We're talking about UFOs. Can we get to the taxpayer money first, or what's going on? Did you guys finish your UFO report? Guess not. I thought we were supposed to get a UFO report today. These guys are zombies, bro. This is hilarious. They're zombies. Exactly, Roll. You said it at the same time that comment popped up. So, I hope you guys know that whenever you guys come out with your fake report about UFOs, it can't be from aliens, because the Earth's not a magic spinning ball in a vacuum that defies physics. They're lying about space. Just like they lied about 9/11. That's right, they lied about 9/11. These guys are not stunting me, bro. They're zombies. But any of the people that walk out here without a mask, they're not organic, homie. That's what the sign says. I'm just trying to figure out if anyone knows where the $2.1 trillion went. Where'd the $2.1 trillion go that came up missing, though? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
They've also said, FYI, you can't actually take photography.
Oh, yeah? What about the First Amendment? I thought you swore an oath to the First Amendment. I guess you're going to go tattletale now? All right, well, now we figured it out. It's about to go down, guys. Oh, soldier-looking dudes. I'm supposed to be scared. He's going to tattletale to the pentagram where... What a joke. This is going to get interesting real fast. Just don't act like Nathan. Who is that? Oh, that was a helicopter. Military commercials already working. I can't believe that dude's such a gambler. He went and like told on me, bro. What a joke. I can throw something across the view of a camera. If you cannot identify it, technically a UFO as well. That's true. That's true. Touche. Touche. If this guy comes back to talk to me, bro, I'm gonna have to give him this work, man. He must not have read the First Amendment. It's like the first one. You know, all you gotta do is read the Constitution. It's the first thing you read. What a joke. Can't record because maybe you'll record another missile hitting instead of an airplane. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I think they're smooth. That's why they didn't let us actually record the missiles. He probably went up and said, I said something about the First Amendment, and he's like, oh, wait, he's right. Tell him, awesome. I'm going to tell him. I'm going to tell him. I'm not scared of these guys. They work for me. I just want to know where the $2.1 trillion went. Something's not adding up here. Has it been 20 years? We still don't know where the $2 trillion went? What's going on with that, bro? Like, this is weird. Where'd the $2.1 trillion go that came up missing? No big deal. We just need to get our UFO report in. Yeah. Father, protect him from the evildoers. They can't touch me. Howdy, fam. What's up, Bob? Look at this psychopathic place right here. There's bad vibes everywhere. Think about how much blood's on this building's hands. Buildings don't have hands. Hey, you're not allowed to let $1 trillion go missing. Dude, imagine, dude, $2.1 trillion. This is the official narrative. He's coming over here. The official narrative is that there was $2.1 trillion missing. They came out and admitted that the day before 9/11. Here we go. Oh, gravy time. What's up, bro?
What's up, bro?
Chilling?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
So, we have to let you know, you're in a public area,
Uh-huh.
right? But it is against policy on this side to take video.
On what side?
On this side.
This side of...
Pentagon. So,
Oh, it's okay over there?
no, it's not okay. It's definitely not okay over there.
Like on the other side of the Pentagon?
On the other side of Pentagon, maybe, yeah. I mean, it's a little more of an open space, but because it seems like you're videoing people who are coming out, like looking around.
In public?
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, it's not, at this point, over here, it's not, over there is public.
This isn't public?
Right here isn't, yeah.
Why? What?
Because it's part of the Pentagon.
The Pentagon's public. I don't get it.
But it is against policy, man. There's signs listed everywhere. We
But-
would just appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be real difficult or anything. I'm just trying
I'm
to
not trying to make it, I'll give you a
Yeah.
one-time either, man.
I'm trying to really understand this though. Like, I have the First Amendment, right? And what it says is I have freedom of press. See, I get federally taxed to build this place. If this is military property, it's public property. This is public property. So like a sign supersedes my First Amendment?
Well,
see what I'm
know
saying?
If you want someone, you want to speak to somebody higher up?
I just want to finish my live stream.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, man.
I mean, you got to feel where I'm coming like if no one stands up for our First Amendment, I know
bro.
you seem pretty cool.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I just did.
But it does seem like you're like recording people coming out of the Pentagon, and these people feel a little uncomfortable.
They feel uncomfortable. It was I saw the guy. He came over here.
It's not just him. And we kind of called about it from other people.
Because most people blindly just obey signs, even though the First Amendment
but
is.
You know, when you put a camera to his face and following them around with it.
I'm not following anyone around. I haven't moved, man.
But, you know, with
Yeah,
the camera, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
But they're public employees, bro.
Yeah, you're right, man.
I'm just asking if anyone knows where the the $2.1 trillion went, because apparently it came up missing and we had it documented here.
I'm actually curious about that too, because didn't the DoD come out with a memo in 2018 that says you can film on federal property?
In 2018 they did?
Yeah.
That's interesting, man. I didn't know about that.
And we pay federal taxes, bro.
I pay federal taxes too.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Like,
Way too much, and we don't get to. It's not choice. It's not a choice. They take it out of my taxes, bro. So like,
Yeah, so I'm just curious of like the policy thing that refers to only the employees who work here. They have to follow policy. As far as policy goes, that's like not like a law per se. You know what I mean?
so it's basically a suggestion, I guess.
okay, well, hey, we're gonna talk to somebody and we'll get back to you.
Thank you, bro.
All right?
Thank you.
But
I'm gonna need some justification to throw my First Amendment out. People died for it.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand that. But,
And it says freedom of press specifically.
all right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I didn't know if that like changes Yeah, we definitely like some clarification.
Cool, man.
Of our supervisors, because they'll be a little more knowledgeable about some of the policies and things that can actually like explain.
Cool. Fair enough.
do you mind if you guys tell me your names?
Austin.
Yeah.
Austin is your name?
Yep.
Only if it's a lawful recording.
Okay.
I follow all
Do you
lawful.
mind if I see your ID?
No.
Okay.
No.
No worries.
All right.
We'll get back to you in a bit, all right?
All right, bro.
Give us a few minutes. We'll have all our supervisors.
All right. Cool. Thanks, man. Interesting. Anyway, so yeah. Apparently $2.1 trillion is missing, and we're not allowed to question or document our questions. Might be policy, but it's not your policy. Dude, it's called the First Amendment. Austin, the trained sniper on the roof behind you has you in the sight. Be careful, my guy. Dude, I'm not scared of them, bro. Well handled. Yeah, it's easy peasy, guys. Just stand for your rights, man. Austin, you're looking fit. You've been training. I'll do some push-ups here and there, yeah. Yeah, and apparently, just in case you guys are wondering, this is the location that was given a 180-day deadline to release UFO information. Of course, UFOs aren't aliens that come from space, because outer space defies the second law of thermodynamics. You can't have pressure adjacent to a near-perfect vacuum of 10 to the negative 17 torr. So I'm just trying to figure out why we're paying them so much money to lie to us about what's going on. And actually, we've known UFOs were real for a long time. So why is it they're just now acknowledging them just so they can tell us a fairy tale about outer space that doesn't exist? This is getting weird. Dude, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the official story, but I'll remind you. So the day before 9/11, they came out and said that $2.1 trillion went missing mysteriously, and they didn't know where it went. There's an area in this building that had it all documented, and the very next day, it apparently got hit and all of the documentation disappeared. But we're not allowed to question where $2.1 trillion of our money went. Even 20 years later, we haven't got clarification on it. They then got the intel, this building right here, that supposedly there were weapons of mass destruction, so it justified a war where I had friends die. And then they went over there and then they came back and admitted, oh, there were no weapons of mass destruction, it was fake intel. And we're not allowed to question these people. It's ridiculous. And this is built just like what's called a Jesuit war room. It has the exact same blueprint. This is weird. Gotta flat smack them. Yeah, so the Earth is not a magic spinning cartoon ball that physics. I'm glad that you asked. Why? Okay, well, for one, 70% of this globe Earth is supposedly water. Fluid statics necessitate that water finds its level, so how could 70% of a ball be level? Also, they claim there's a pressurized system adjacent to a near-perfect vacuum of 10 to the negative 17 torr. The second law of thermodynamics necessitates that entropy will increase and pressure will fill the available space. So how could you have pressure without the necessary antecedent of containment? Of course, we don't have to worry about physical laws and natural laws because apparently NASA went to the moon in 1969. They just can't go back. Another governmental agency that blindly robs us of our tax money without our say, and we're just supposed to sit here and let it go. And before we know it, we're going to walk around with no rights because our First Amendment's being trampled upon. Now people are wearing masks because they're scared of the air because the government told them to. And supposedly yesterday, we actually celebrated a holiday that was to remember the fact that people sacrificed their lives for our freedoms. But apparently our freedoms don't count anymore. We're in lockdown, we have curfews, and we're not allowed to actually speak anymore or document anyone that's a public employee. It's getting ridiculous. This is just like what happened in Nazi Germany. No one cared, no one paid attention. They walked around, they sleptwalked through all of the totalitarian measures. They turned around and they had no freedoms, they had no guns, they had no rights, and people started dying. And I guess that I'm the enemy because I'm standing up for the people. It's ridiculous. It's such a clown world. And of course, if the Earth is actually a ball with a circumference of 24,901 miles, then it has a radius value of 3,959 miles, which means it actually has to curve at 8 inches per mile squared up to 1,000 miles. That means we should actually see the curvature no further than 1.225 times the square root of the observer's height in feet. But of course, we have an observation 1 foot off the surface of the Earth off the coast of Cali where we see the horizon over 10 miles. That would require the radius of a ball be 264,000 miles. So we falsified the radius value they claim of under 4,000 miles. The problem with that is, if the radius value is wrong, the entire model is wrong. You can't go to space without an accurate radius value. You can't do anything without an accurate radius value. Actually, gravity requires the radius value. Day and night cycle requires the radius value. Distances on the Earth require the radius value. Planet orbital trajectories require the radius value. If the radius value is wrong, the entire model is wrong, and we falsified the radius value. But don't worry, the government has gotten together and agreed this is dangerous misinformation, so they forcibly censored us, thus once again trampling all over our First Amendment, and we shouldn't care about it. Since flat Earth is such an unfounded, archaic conspiracy theory, we should be allowed to talk about it, but no, not in America where we're supposedly free. The last place in the world that even claims to have free speech. No, you're not allowed to actually have free speech or document anything unless it's under the approved guidelines. Well, that's not free speech, is it? $170 watching, only 20 likes. Why you slacking? Yeah, bro, we got 52, but smash the thumbs up, bro. They look like Joe Rogan. Smash the little Rogans up. Cops won't even interrupt. They don't know any of this. It's okay. No one knows any of this. Who would? Who cares about what the Earth is? I never even thought about it. Oh, I'm glad you asked. Why is it important if the Earth is a ball? It's not a ball. Okay, no problem. I'll tell you. Supposedly, we're spinning 1,040 miles per hour east at the equator while shooting around the sun 66,600 miles per hour. That 666 is just a coincidence. As we're on a 66.6 degree tilt, and the sun is shooting through space 500,000 miles per hour while the galaxy is shooting 1.3 million miles per hour, but we never feel any of this motion. The sky resets for all recordable history around the North Star Polaris, right in the center, right over the center of the surface of the Earth. Well, that's just a coincidence. And the reason that we don't ever see it is because, well, it takes billions of years, even though we just made up that number based on what it has to be to not see any change, or what's called parallax, movement within the stars. And of course, they're just thousands of light years away, and when you see stars, they're actually not still there, even though you're still seeing them. And so it's okay, it's no big deal. Oh, but if the Earth is in fact flat and stationary as it provably is, that means it's geocentric, which means the center of everything. If the Earth is the center of everything, it had to be created. Well, if it had to be created, then there has to be a creator, because the necessary antecedent to creation is a creator. So if there's a creator, that sounds a little bit different than lightning striking primordial soup on this tiny speck of dust, random rock that got coalesced into a sphere because of random magic gravity, and then all of a sudden rocks turned into humans after they turned into fish that swam out of the water and grew feet and turned into rodents, and then apes turned into humans. So yeah, it seems pretty important. If they lied about the Earth, they hit the creator, because if the Earth is the center of everything, it had to be placed here. There's literally not another intellectually viable postulation that exists. Rinse and repeat. Yes, we know it's flat. Yeah, but the people here don't, bro. What are you talking about? It's hilarious how stellar parallax is 1 degree per average life expectancy. Dude, we don't observe any parallax, dude. It's a joke. Tell the people walking past to subscribe. I mean, no, you can't run. I'm not trying to run. Cops need 0.25 speed. Dude, they're cool. They're not my enemy. The calendar is all that matters. What's it? The calendar's wrong. So It is what it is. The calendar's completely wrong and not right at all. In a world where people get scared of pentagram badges and how they manipulate it. Yeah, the Gregorian Julian calendar's wrong. Apparently, they're going to enlighten us about UFOs here soon. I guess they forgot to get their reports turned in time because the day is their deadline. And if we're going to get technical, actually, we have right as American citizens to walk up there, knock on the door, and say, hey, your time's up. Where's the UFO information? But that'll never happen because people don't even think they're allowed to videotape here. Yes, it's wrong. It should be 10 months of 36 days. That's just a quantification of the skies. Did you know that in 2020 we had the 20 shortest days ever recorded, and that Yeshua, when asked about the end, said in the end the days will shorten? So I just don't think that you fully can understand the calendar, bro. 72 years per degree of precession in a world. Oh man, I'm so nervous. 2.1. I mean, guys, am I missing something? Like, is this not a reasonable question to ask? They came out and admitted that $2.1 trillion of taxpayers' money was missing. The very next day, coincidentally, 9/11 happened, and the area that had all the information right over here about the $2.1 trillion, that little area of the Pentagon, well, it got hit, and all of the documentation exploded in a fire, so they don't have to explain where they stole $2.1 trillion of our money. 20 years later, we still haven't got an answer for that. But that's no big deal. It's just the hard-earned money that we work for that they just use to murder people. Seems legit. In a world TV. I'm surprised there wasn't alien enthusiasts. Well, like the Pentagon, they're not going to come out with like reports and be like, hey, take your report. Like, they do it online, you know. I was in the area. I'm surprised they didn't have face diapers on. No, there's a sign that says if you're genetically modified, you don't have to wear those anymore. Oh, hi, Whitsitt. What's up, Twit? That arced entryway has the Epstein Island Egyptian vibe for sure. Dude, we live in modern Egypt, bro. Every single thing in this city is just Egyptian symbology. And this is a Jesuit war room. Just Google Jesuit war room and it looks exactly like this all over the world. But it's just a coincidence. Do you identify as genetically modified? Nah, I'm organic, homie. We have to have them on. You have to have them on or you go to prison? What? Nah, dude, they're just trying to scare you, dude. Pentagon began being built September 11th. Whoa, the Pentagon began being built September 11th, 1941, and 9/11 happened 60 years later. That's a coincidence. I didn't know that. Can someone verify that for me? The Pentagon started being built on September 11th? What? You going to the Space Museum? I think it's closed. Everything in the city's closed. After genetic modification, I feel you, bro. Well, we looked into the Space Museum, but it's closed. So, what are you gonna do?
You guys good? You got anything for us? You guys good to go?
We're good.
Cool. All right, man. Y'all take care.
You later, bro.
I do have a question though. Do you know anything about the report that
What's it? You don't know anything, my friend? No offense. Then why are you even here?
That's news to me.
Why are you even?
Yeah, what was that thing you were saying? The coronavirus release package.
Yeah, they had 180 days.
Yeah, 180 day deadline.
UFO specifically.
Yeah, you do that. I do know a lot of that UFO stuff in the news lately, so maybe something that's going to bring me at it. That's news to me. First time I've heard that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean they don't have to like it. Just they're supposed to start releasing it today. So yeah, they're not gonna like just download all the information on us, but Yeah, they had 180 days that ended today to release UFO information. Pretty interesting. I wouldn't encourage that, but yeah. Yeah, y'all have a good one. Later, man. Here comes the goods. No, guys, you just have to stand for your rights, man. Jeez Louise. Dude. What'd he say? That we're good to go? So I'm gonna wrap this stream up now that I proved to you guys you don't have to blindly believe the government. Hey, you wanna scan around and just look at the Pentagon while I tie my shoes real fast?
As they drive away. Nice. Fascinating.
It's hilarious.
That is awesome. That side is the one that.
I'm against the press for that DoD document thing. I
Nice.
wouldn't have known about it if it wasn't for him.
Good times, awesome, yeah, for sure. All right, yeah, there you go. I'm gonna wrap this up now. I just so you guys, in case you guys are late, didn't know what happened, there are signs everywhere that says no photography permitted, okay? I sat here on the live stream just waiting for them to converge on me, asking different employees different questions about the $2.1 trillion in the UFO report. None of them answered me. One of the guys in the military outfit turned around and said, hey, just so you know, whatever he called me, whatever, just so you know, big guy or something, you're not allowed to tape here. I said, what about the First Amendment? He went over there and told the cops. So then the cops came over here and they tried to get us and intimidate us and ask for our ID, which they can't legally do. We didn't give them our IDs. Then they called their supervisor and then he knew he couldn't infringe on our First Amendment, so they let us stay here. Okay, this is the Pentagon, the heart of the beast. So if someone is gonna tell you that you can't, super sticker from Brian Stavely, cool. Yeah, thank you for the support, homie. Brian's a legend. So if someone's gonna tell you that you can't videotape somewhere in public, dude, it's patently false. We're in the heart of the beast at the Pentagon, okay? Where they start all the wars around the world, where they steal all your money, right? The Jesuit war room of the United States. We're in the heart of the beast, and we're sitting here taping after asked to stop. We knew we didn't have to stop. Okay, so we documented it for you guys to know. You guys are free. You don't have to listen to what these people say. We paid for this building. We paid for the $2.1 trillion they stole and hid. We paid for all these signs they put up to try to infringe on your First Amendment. It's just the way that it is. So what do you guys want to do? You guys want to, walk this way back to our cars?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so we'll just walk. And I'll show you guys. I'll walk to finish the stream out. In a world where they tell you not to photograph. Yeah, it's called freedom of press. This is Inner World TV. Subscribe, hit the notification bell just so they can make it go away and still not notify you. And I'm gonna get a little rap from my mic that says Inner World TV. Hi, you're on Inner World TV. No, I don't know where the $2.1 trillion went. I don't know. Doesn't matter though. Apparently doesn't matter. You're the coolest. No, you're the coolest. I do need that song though. It has to be heartfelt. $4.99. Mummy Bear, thank you very much for the super chat and the support. Much love. So we may go look at the Capitol building and how it doesn't really add up that they built this pretty recently. I'm not positive. I want to see it for myself. So I think we're gonna stay here tomorrow too. I'm not positive. We're gonna go look at a few more things today. I'll do another stream when we get there. And then we'll just document the different stuffs in the heart of the beast. And then we're gonna head back up north. And I'll let you guys know. And I'll try to do a computer stream. I was gonna do one last night. I know a lot of guys expected a stream last night, but I was just tired, bro. I was like physically exhausted after yesterday. I just had to fall asleep. So I'll try and do a computer stream tonight. You know what I'm saying? So many sheep here, yeah. Please don't take the genetic modification. It's bad for you. You don't have to wear masks. Cheers, Austin. Much love, bro. What's up, Austin? Keep spreading the word. We appreciate you. Thanks, man. No problem. No worries. You guys can do this too. You just have to stand for yourself. Just know your rights. I mean, the main one you need to know is like the first one. It's like literally the first thing said in the Constitution. It's called freedom of press, freedom of press, freedom of speech, freedom of press. Okay, so they can't tell you on, we as taxpayers pay for this place. How could they possibly tell us we can't tape it? That's a joke. They'll try to tell you, okay? That's the whole trick of the beast system. What they do is they'll try to tell you that you're not allowed to do something. And they know that 99.9% of the public will just blindly comply, and that they won't do anything about it. They'll just listen to it. And the worst that they'll have to do is come up and say, look, there's a sign. And they'll be like, oh, sorry. But you don't have to listen to the stupid psychopaths. That's it. I'll show you one of the signs. I'm going to blatantly tape the sign that says no taping. Oh, that's not it. They lie. Yeah, and they're legally allowed to lie, but they're not legally allowed to infringe upon your First Amendment. No photography, except my live stream. I do try to respect people and not put them on camera, though. All right, we're out. Peace out, Pentagon. I guess we're not gonna know where the 2.1 trillion went, but oh well. Guess you win some, you lose some. It's my homie, Critical Inception. Go sub to him on YouTube. This is the most interesting man on flat Earth. I don't know if you know this guy. Nice work as always. Thank you, man. All right, I'm gonna flip it around and close with you looking at this psychopathic place. All right, so seek and speak truth unequivocally. I hope you enjoyed the stream in front of the Jesuit War Room of the United States. It's built exactly the same as they are all around the world, okay? This is where they fund all kinds of wars. Started with psychological operations. Seek and speak truth unequivocally. The weak find contentment in the consensus of ignorance. And actually, when they revile you for his name's sake, rejoice, for they did to all prophets before you. If you want to support the tour, masqueradetour.com, $WitsitGetsIt on Cash App, Whitsitt at protonmail.com on PayPal. Peace out.